Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I hate to stop what is always a highlight of any Manatee Chamber of Commerce program, which is the fantastic networking that you're enjoying, but if we don't get this show on the road, then I think there'll be some doctors that miss some appointments and everything else. So good morning. Thank you so much for your attention. My name is Jackie Dzelski, and I welcome you to the 5th Annual Champions of Healthcare Awards presented by the Manatee Chamber of Commerce. As you can see, looking around, another record-setting crowd. This awards program has quickly grown into one of the signature awards programs here in Manatee County, and it's thanks to the support of each and every one of you, as well as to the support of our sponsors, who we'll introduce shortly. This morning, before we go any further, what I'd like to do is observe a moment of silence going into the Memorial Day weekend and thinking about the sacrifices that so many men and women and families have made for our country. If you could please observe a moment of silence with me, and then we'll stand together for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. If you'd please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. You may be seated. I get the pleasure this morning of some of the formalities of the program, which is introducing all of the sponsors and supporters, as well as telling you a little bit about the process that we went through this year for our Champions of Healthcare Awards. You probably noticed that many people's name tags look like they are generals themselves. Lots of ribbons and lots of recognition that we like to give out here at the Champions of Healthcare Awards. So you'll see ribbons on name tags for our sponsors, for the amazing nominees that we have had this year, which we had almost 70 nominees for the Champions of Healthcare Awards. So please, round of applause. And while it pains us greatly to have had to make a selection from all of those nominees, every nominee is a winner for the Champions of Healthcare Awards. So what I would like to do is please ask every nominee, both the individuals as well as those organizations and programs that were nominated, could you please stand, because you deserve a great round of applause this morning for your accomplishments. I'm certain that we will see many of those nominees back again at future Champions of Healthcare Awards. We also have our finalists that will be recognized shortly, as well as our Youth Volunteer winner, our Lifetime Achievement Award winner, and our Community Impact Award winner, which are names that you already are privy to. You'll notice in your program that we have a full lineup of sponsors, corporations, and organizations that are supporting the Champions of Healthcare Awards and making sure that we give due recognition to how important healthcare is to our quality of life here in our community, as well as what an important piece of our local economy the healthcare industry is. And so please draw your attention to pages 8 and 9 and thank those organizations that make this possible. We also have a number of former winners who have come back to honor all of the nominees this year. And may I please ask that any former winners, I know we've got Lifetime Achievement Award winners, we've got Individual of Merit Award winners, we've got Physician Award winners. If you could please stand, anyone that has been honored with a Champions of Healthcare Award. Thank you all so much for your support. You know, you probably could have just blown us off now at this point that you've won, so it's so nice that you've chosen to honor us. We are going to put our sponsors up on the screen because, as I said, their support is what makes this all possible. Our presenting sponsor, once again, who has been with us since the inception, is Regions Bank. Gerhard, thank you so much to you and the Regions team for your support. Our scholarship sponsor, which makes it possible for us to recognize an outstanding student in our community, Florida Blue. So Lynn and Dave, thank you so much for your support. Our major media sponsor, which allows us to generate so much excitement around the nomination process from the community as a whole, the Bradenton Herald. Jamie, thank you to you and your team. Our program sponsor, new to our lineup, but has allowed us to grow this program even more, Tidewell Hospice. So thank you, Denise and your team. Our full lineup of corporate sponsors, we have All Trust, Steve Hall. Thank you so much to All Trust. To Blake Medical Center, Dan Frederick and his team. CNK Realty, Ken Hughes. Thank you so much from CNK Realty. We have our friends at Health South. Thank you, Ginger and the team at Health South. Kaiser University, Violetta and her team at Kaiser. Lakewood Ranch Medical Center, Andy Goose, Lisa Kirkland. Thank you so much to Lakewood Ranch Medical Center. LECOM, Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, has been on board. Also a past award winner, Dr. George and Joel. Thank you so much to your team at LECOM. Manatee Memorial Hospital, Kevin DeLallo, Vernon Desir, Betty Chambliss. Thank you to Manatee Memorial Hospital. State College of Florida, to Daisy Volovich and Brian Thomas with State College of Florida. And to Suncoast Behavioral Health, Brandy Hamilton and her team at Suncoast, thank you so much for your support for all of our corporate. I don't think it would be a community event without Charles Clapsaddle and his team at Manatee Educational Television, so we will be televising, thanks to METV, this entire awards program for anyone that wasn't able to make it, or for anybody that it's such a blur, because they end up being one of the ones called up here on stage. Thank you so much to Charles and his team at METV. We have a group of leadership investors at the Chamber who make our significant program of work possible to allow us to not only build a positive business environment, but concentrate on those quality of life issues that are so important to the mission of the Manatee Chamber of Commerce. And their pictures are up on screen. I will read through the names if you'd like to hold your applause, but our platinum level investors in the Chamber give significantly of their resources to support our Chamber and the work that we do through our membership. That is Blaylock Walters, the Bradenton Herald, Manatee County Government, MCR Health Services, All Care Options, Manatee Memorial Hospital, the Mosaic Company, NDC Construction, the Pittsburgh Pirates and Bradenton Marauders, Raymond James and Associates Bruce Body, Sarasota Bradenton International Airport, and Shinnon Company. So thank you to those organizations as well. You'll see lots of photographers. I know we've got great media representation here as well, but we do have one photography company that is going to be doing some portraits of our winners at the end of the session. So thank you to Suncoast Professional Photography for their skills in helping us shoot this. This will be the front cover of the Chamber's magazine for our June issue. And so I appreciate Dave and Bonnie and their team. And then also Manatee River Fruit Company helped us decorate our stage. So all of these small touches are so important. Now, without further ado, I would like to bring up the 2017 Chairman of the Board of the Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Kevin DeLallo, CEO of Manatee Memorial Hospital. Kevin will share some comments on behalf of the Chamber, as well as lead us in an invocation before you enjoy breakfast. Thank you. Thanks, Kevin.
Good morning. Good morning. And before we forget, and before the morning goes on, this event takes an enormous amount of coordination and an enormous amount of work by the Chamber, and Jackie does a lot of the coordination. So Jackie, thank you so much for putting this all together. So as most of you know, I'm Kevin DeLallo. I'm the CEO of Manatee Memorial Hospital. I'm the Chamber of the Board and the Chairman of the Board. And I just want to thank everyone for coming today. Thank everyone for supporting the Champions of Healthcare. This is our 5th year recognizing the incredible accomplishments of people, programs, and institutions that make healthcare in Manatee County something special. We owe a lot of thanks to those serving on the Chamber's Healthcare Committee in their efforts in creating a lasting, high-profile awards program. The committee is the largest of 25 committees with more than 50 members. you are a member of if you are a member of this committee, would you please stand up and be recognized? This impressive group works so hard on a number of initiatives, including legislative priorities that Manatee County takes to the Tallahassee and Washington, D.C., launching the Healthcare Links program with the Department of Health to encourage more wellness offerings within businesses. And this summer, we'll introduce a new event that will bring more healthcare knowledge to you and your employees by showcasing our local medical community through panel discussions and networking. The Chamber takes a leadership role in healthcare issues to support our mission, which is to build a positive business environment while enhancing our community's quality of life. We all know and expect the importance of a strong, vibrant health industry. It supports a very large workforce in our county and is a major economic driver. And the health of our community is a huge part of our quality of life. The Chamber is so proud to recognize all today's champions of healthcare. Taking time to celebrate all the accomplishments you will hear about this morning is so important. Congratulations to all the nominees, finalists, and of course, the winners that we will announce this morning. Before Tommy and Jamie come out with your breakfast, I'd like you all to bow your heads, and I would like to give you the invocation. Dear God, bless this event that celebrates our healthcare professionals with your divine intelligence and help us to accomplish our goals while displaying your character. We are of diverse talents, yet we wish to share our talents and reach improvement in everything we do for our patients and our community. Please share a little of your wisdom with us to help us guide us to do the right for all concerned. We ask for your hand of blessing on this Chamber event. We ask that you would guide and direct our Chamber of Commerce so that this is full of wisdom, productivity, and respect for one another. Thank you for helping us to accomplish our work and our daily goals. Amen. Everyone enjoy your breakfast, and we'll get the proceedings going shortly. Thank you.
Good morning once again. I hope you're enjoying your breakfast, and please continue to enjoy eating. We thank so much the FET Ballroom, the Polo Grill and Bar staff for serving such a wonderful breakfast. So, we have one of the most exciting parts of our program starting now, which is our Regions Bank Bike Giveaway. So for anyone who has been to our awards program before knows that this is one of the highlights of our morning because it's a Chamber of Commerce event, so of course there's a door prize. And thanks to the sponsorship of Regions Bank, we're able to give away a really, really fun door prize. So I am going to introduce you to Gerhard Toth with Regions Bank, who's going to tell us a little bit about our door prize. And then I know Kim Daglish is coming from the back with our fishbowl. If anybody still needs to sneak a card in there, only one, she's making her way up. So Gerhard, tell us a little bit about the giveaway.
Awesome. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for being here. Fifth year, it's hard to believe, but yes, the Regions bike, the cruiser bike, is a very popular item. It's not Diamond Interchange approved yet, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. So if you don't mind, let me have the fishbowl, and got one more there, Kim. Two more. So perfect timing, you know, at the beginning of the summer, take it to the beach, downtown Bradenton. Should be fun.
Can you whistle the theme song?
It's a good idea. It's a good idea.
Okay.
All right. All right. Would you like to do the drawing? All right. All right. Let's see. Who do we got?
Mix them up.
Aha. A LECOM winner. Joel Wheeling. Come on up, Joe. Joel, we'll take a quick picture, and then you have to do a wheelie on the way out. He didn't hear me. He didn't hear me.
Thank you so much, and we'll hear from Gerhard again later as he introduces our Lifetime Achievement Award winner. Now I would like to call up Steve Hall with All Trust. You recognize Steve from our announcements as one of our sponsors since the inception of our awards, but Steve also chairs our Healthcare Committee at the Manatee Chamber. And if you heard Kevin's comments earlier, the Healthcare Committee at the Manatee Chamber is our largest committee, so he has the largest herd of cats to corral at the Chamber, but we do have 25 committees at our chamber with more than 500 people serving, working on really important quality of life issues, and Steve has been for 2 years the chairman of our healthcare committee. So he is going to come up and we will kick off the awards portion of our program. Thank you so much. Thanks, Steve.
Well, good morning, everybody. My name's Steve Hall. I'm with All Trust Insurance. I've had the pleasure of serving as the Chamber's chairman of the Healthcare Committee for the last 3 years, I think it is. You'd think over that time I'd get more and more comfortable doing this, but right now I got to tell you that I'm a little jittery, but I know in the next couple seconds I'll work through that and everything will be fine. So, all right, well, good morning. Please continue to enjoy your breakfast while we move along with the awards program. And I hope you're enjoying your breakfast. We want to give a shout out to Tommy, Jamie, Jordan, Luke, and all of the staff at the Polo Grill for a delicious way to start our day. As Jackie shared with us earlier, we are so pleased to have received almost 70 nominations for this year's awards. As you might imagine, it was an extremely difficult task to select the finalists and winners from among our nominees. Every nominee is a winner and contributes to the quality of healthcare in Manatee County and the quality of life we all cherish. This year, again, I had the honor of joining 4 fantastic individuals who had the difficult job of selecting our finalists and winners. We spent many hours reviewing hundreds of pages of information on the nominees. The choices were so challenging, and I know that these nominees and finalists will be nominated again for their amazing work they do in our community. Please help me thank our judges as I ask each of them to stand. We had Christy Cardillo with Shin & Company, Karen D. Simone with Manatee Memorial Hospital, Diane Lehman with Blake Medical Center, Valerie Vale with Manatee County Medical Association, and myself, Steve Hall, with All Trust. I now have the distinct honor of introducing 24 people, programs, and institutions that were selected as finalists this year. I ask that each of them stand and remain standing to be recognized. In the adult volunteer category, we had Dr. Jana Casel with Florida Surgical Centers, LLC. Florida Surgical Clinic, excuse me. We had Dr. Richard Conard with Remote Area Medical. And Dr. Arthur Valladay with Coastal Orthopedics. In the innovation and research category, we have the Neocord trial team at Blake Medical Centers, the Burn, Wound, and Reconstructive Clinic at Blake Medical Center, and Florida Surgical Specialists. In the institution and program category, we have the Community Paramedic Program within Manatee County Public Safety, Minnesota Solve, and Realize Bradenton. In the Allied Health Professional category, we have James Crutchfield with Manatee County Public Safety, Tamara Gowdy with TS Speech Therapy Services, and Kobe Masiello with Manatee Diagnostic Center. In the nurse category, we had Kristen Carlton, LPN, Allergy Affiliates, and Foundation for Dreams, Dream Oak Camp. We have Marianne Legler with School District of Manatee County. and Deborah Wendt with Blake Medical Center. In the physician category, we had Dr. Jennifer McCullen, OBGYN Women's Center. Dr. Thomas Morris, ENT Associates. And Dr. Harry V. Wright with Hillstrom Wright Facial Plastic Surgery. In the individual of merit category, we had Beverly Hilden Lang with State College of Florida, Manatee, Sarasota. Walter Mickey Prochet with MCR Health Services. And Commissioner Carol Whitmore, Florida Home Health and Manatee County Government. And in our final three categories, we have already announced the winners. You'll hear much more about them in a few minutes, but please allow them to stand with these other finalists. In our community impact category, we have Congressman Vern Buchanan. In our youth volunteer category, we have Callum McDonald, Southeast School student and volunteer with Tidal Hospice. And our lifelong achievement honoree and a personal favorite of mine, Mary Ruiz. Please join me in giving all these finalists a rousing, rowdy cheer of appreciation. Okay, now the moment you've all been waiting for. I have the honor of announcing the winners for the first several categories. After each winner is announced and they make their way to the stage, we'll share a video that highlights some of the accomplishments and impact these champions are having in our community. They are also welcome to share a few words with us this morning. Drum roll, please. It's kind of hard to resist doing that. Our first category this morning is adult volunteer. This category recognizes individuals in our community who volunteer for the betterment of the health of people in our community. The nominees in this category have collectively given thousands of hours volunteering in Manatee County through a number of medical facilities and nonprofits. Our winner uses his passion to help local student athletes and their parents prepare for the safest youth sports experience possible. Please give a huge round of applause to Dr. Arthur Valladay, our 2017 Adult Volunteer Award winner. Dr. Valladay has given tremendous time in his off hours to student athletes at our schools. Manatee County Athletic Director Jason Montgomery came to METV studio to share some thoughts on Dr. Valladay's impact. Please enjoy this video.
Anyone who has been a part of youth or interscholastic athletics knows one important and often overlooked fact. Without the support and contributions of volunteers, none of these activities would even be possible. These volunteers take on many different roles, from coaching to officiating to that parent that brings snacks after the game. But sometimes someone stands out for what they do, going far above and beyond for our children. Dr. Arthur Valladay is one of those special people. His work alone as a physician at Coastal Orthopedic has touched countless lives, allowing injured athletes a second chance to chase their dreams, but it's what he does outside of his practice that's extraordinary. Through his hours serving as team physician to State College of Florida and IMG Academy, as well as his time volunteering on the sidelines of area football games, Dr. Valladay has shown a passion and selflessness for giving of his knowledge, skills, and time back to our community. He has a strong commitment to reach out to schools, organizations, and parents in his off hours to educate them on proper nutrition and the complexity of protecting our youth athletes today. As if those accomplishments were not enough, he somehow still finds time to work with organizations and projects such as the American Cancer Society, the Arthritis Foundation, and Adopt a Family during the holidays. On behalf of all the youth and student athletes, parents and coaches, and athletic administrators like myself, I say a sincere thank you, Dr. Valladay, for all you do for our community, and a hearty congratulations on an honor well deserved.
Unfortunately, Dr. Valladay is out of state today. Accepting on his behalf is Mark Gardner with Coastal Orthopedics.
Unfortunately, Dr. Arthur Valladay couldn't be here today. He's on a well-deserved vacation. But on his behalf, I'd like to accept this award and thank the Manatee Chamber for this fantastic recognition. Thank you.
Our next category is Innovation and Research. This category seeks to recognize a person, program, or organizations whose work within their field has resulted in breakthrough or major development in medical and health sciences. This year's winner is bringing cutting-edge technology to Manatee County that will benefit patients throughout our region. Please help me in congratulating the NeoCord trial team at Blake Medical Center. Our 2017 Champion of Healthcare Award winners in the Innovation and Research category. We have a video to share with you in which Erica Manatee shares more about the partnership that brings NeoCord to our community.
Congratulations to the NeoCord trial team at Blake Medical Center on its Champions of Healthcare Award. Blake is one of the facilities that comprise the Hospital Corporation of America, HCA network, and together with Sarah Cannon Research Institute, is bringing research programs to Manatee County that will place a spotlight on the excellent, cutting-edge care available right in our own local medical community. Mitral valve disease affects both young and old members of our community. In order to better service these patients, Blake and SCRI are offering a new trial sponsored by NeoCord called the ReCord Trial. Blake has been selected as one of 10 sites in the nation, joining the ranks of Stanford, Mount Sinai, and Columbia Medical Centers. Dr. Galino and his team, including Dr. Krishnamurthy and Dr. Cedillo, have earned the title of Research Innovators. This trial involves a new device that will allow the team to replace damaged string-like tendons called chordae through a small incision while the heart is beating. Until now, the standard care for these patients was open heart mitral valve surgery. Congratulations to Dr. Galino's team on being champions of healthcare and contributing to a trial that will impact patients and their families right here in Manatee County, as well as to inform the medical community around the world.
I'd like to invite up the NeoCord team to please accept this award.
Thanks everybody, a big honor, everyone. Thank the Chamber of Commerce for this big honor, and we feel we're very pleased and honored. Thanks a lot.
Doesn't always work out as planned, but that's okay. Congratulations again. Our next category is the Institution and Program category, designed to recognize the impact of a facility, business, nonprofit, school, government agency, or program within an institution for its impact on healthcare in our community. Our winner this morning was able to rally the community to bring new program to Manatee County that helps patients while saving healthcare dollars. Please help me in honoring the Community Paramedic Program. As our 2017 Champion of Healthcare Award winner in the Institution and Program category, we asked Larry Liu to tell us about this innovative program and the significant results it's achieving in a short amount of time. Let's watch the video.
Deputy Chief for Manatee County EMS, Larry Liu. I have been affiliated with pre-hospital care in an emergency medical role for over 3 decades, and today I get to introduce you to the Community Paramedicine Program. I feel the program represents true innovation and is having a positive impact in our community with the potential to grow. We started thinking about the community paramedicine program in 2013 and took a look at similar programs around the country. After meetings with many stakeholders, the program earned the support of local leaders. Jimmy Crutchfield was tasked with putting together a business plan, and he developed an excellent model that would work for Manatee County. The objective areas were to 1, save healthcare dollars by preventing unnecessary ambulance transports, and 2, improve health outcomes among our targeted patient populations. We selected 2 highly skilled, motivated charge paramedics within our current system to serve the program. These 2 professionals had to further their pre-hospital medical knowledge and work with Manatee Technical College, LECOM, and our Department of Health for this additional training. When we began enrolling clients in the program, we targeted a small group of clients that had needs in the areas of frequent falls, CHF and COPD, diabetes, mental health, substance abuse, and high system utilizers. The clients were enrolled by EMS, local hospitals, and caseworkers through a referral program. The team sees their clients on a daily basis and is also a part of our Manatee County EMS 911 system, handling calls for service in their free time. Since its start in August of 2016, the Community Paramedicine Program has diverted over $200,000 in calls that would have typically been delivered to our local emergency rooms. Our team has also maintained a close contact with those they serve. We think the program is an important tool to change the way healthcare is delivered to the targeted clients. In the past, when you called 911, there was only one option, and that was a transport to a hospital. With the Community Paramedic Program, we now have more options and resources available. As it was once said to me, remember, there are no speed limits on the road to success. I can definitely say this program is in the fast lane. Congratulations to the Community Paramedicine Program and our entire team.
And we have Jimmy Crutchfield accepting this award.
Hey, how's it going? Congratulations.
I wasn't prepared to give a speech or anything. This is very humbling. I'd like to thank Larry for the video and the great nomination and everyone's support in the room, especially Angie Hadlock. She was with us from day one, and Earl, and nevertheless, LECOM. She's a big supporter. She's our pharmacy component. Thanks. Thanks, everyone.
Give me this way.
All right, our next category is the Allied Health Professional category. This category seeks to recognize all those professionals who work is critical to the overall workings of our healthcare system. PAs, educators, administrators, PTs, OTs, EMTs, mental health, behavioral health, and all other allied health professionals. Our winner this morning was nominated for the dedicated work she does to help patients and to empower her team across several facilities. She's also given significant time to local nonprofits that benefit healthcare programs. Please help me congratulate Kobe Masiello with Manatee Diagnostic Center. Kobe is our 2017 Champions of Healthcare Allied Health Professional Award winner. Let's hear more about Kobe's accomplishments from two of her co-workers at Manatee Diagnostic.
Let us introduce you to Kobe Masiello. She has been with the Manatee Diagnostic Center since 1989 and is as enthusiastic about her career now as she was starting out. In fact, she currently is pursuing her master's degree in healthcare administration while being a full-time working mom to 2 wonderful boys and seeking out meaningful ways to serve our community.
Kobe has been a great leader at MDC and is a true champion in healthcare in Manatee County. She is devoted, thoughtful, and positive in all situations. First and foremost, she puts the needs of the patients ahead of everything else. As our practice administrator, Kobe has overseen the opening of 3 outpatient centers and is responsible for the daily operations of all of our imaging centers. All employees have great respect for her and her leadership style.
Her dedication to helping our community extends well beyond her job. Kobe is currently the chairman of the Volunteer Leadership Board of the American Cancer Society. She serves on the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer team and has given her leadership to the Relay for Life. She is also a member of Manatee Memorial's Women's Action Committee and the Manatee County Medical Society. To top it off, Kobe is very involved with partnership with We Care and Turning Points, as well as actively involved in her boys' schools.
In all that she does, Kobe Maciello is committed to the highest standard of excellence and has a deep love of our community. Congratulations, Kobe.
Kobe, please come to the stage.
Wow, I don't know what to say, but thank you very much. I'm very honored to accept this award today. And thank you to the Chamber, and thank you very much to the Manatee team and MDC team. You guys are awesome. And I can't forget my family. My husband and my 2 boys are great supporters of mine for all the volunteering that I just so love to do here in our great community. Thank you.
All right, our next category is the nurse category, which is designed to honor a nurse or nurse practitioner. We all met them, those amazing individuals who are entrusted to care for us and our loved ones. What distinguishes all of our nominees in this category is the extra work and compassion they deliver outside of their job description. The colleagues of our winner recognize her as a woman who wears many hats in our healthcare community with significant volunteer leadership. And her work with young people is making a huge difference. Please help me in congratulating Mary Ann Legler, Teen Pregnancy Practice Coordinator with Manatee County School District. On screen to share a little bit about what makes Mary Ann such a champion is Jane Garreau.
I'm proud to introduce you to Mary Ann Legler, a true leader in healthcare who is dedicated to delivering solutions for today's complex wellness issues. Mary Ann served as the president of the Blood Banks Board for 2 years. She brought the skill and dedication a blood bank requires to perform its life-saving work efficiently and with integrity. But Mary Ann's true passion is using her nursing and counseling skills to improve the lives of teenagers in our community. She developed the acclaimed Teen Health Educator Program, whose youth leaders are trained to guide and mentor their peers through the challenges and pressures they face daily. She is also the founder of the Healthy Teens Coalition, a nonprofit devoted to reducing risky behavior in teens by providing them with the knowledge and power to make informed choices about their physical and emotional well-being. As the coordinator of the Teen Pregnancy Prevention Program for the School District of Manatee County, Mary Ann approaches the topic with sensitivity, but armed with facts about the risks, costs, and consequences faced by teen parents. Under her leadership, Manatee County has gone from having the 11th highest rate of teen pregnancy in the state to 48th. Always humble, but every day, Mary Ann shines as an advocate for youth in Manatee County. Congratulations, Mary Ann, on being a true champion of healthcare in our community.
Well, wow, I'm surprised and so blessed. I have many blessings this morning. Jane Giroux, thank you so much for nominating me, even though you were sneaky about it. And to my family who are here today, thank you. I couldn't do the things I do in the community and volunteer without your support and you getting it. I'm very thankful to the Chamber of Commerce for recognizing the importance of healthcare in our community and all that you do to promote it. And finally, to the teen health educators that are truly my inspiration every day. Leslie Trujillo, one of them is here. She just won last week the youth champion for the Healthy Teens Coalition, and they go out and spend countless hours educating our youth in the community. So thank you all so much.
Okay, our next category is a physician category. The nominations that were submitted list countless hours of service these medical professionals give in our community. Many stood out for their compassion and willingness to help patients and serve our community in ways that go far beyond their own practices. But the judges were allowed to only pick one winner, and we are so pleased to congratulate Dr. Jennifer McCullen as our 2017 Champion of Healthcare Award winner in the physician category. We asked Johanna Pumphrey of Lakewood Advanced Medical Center to share with us on camera a little bit of what Dr. McCullen has done to address critical needs in our community.
Good morning, everyone. It is my pleasure and an honor to tell you about a physician who not only provides excellent care, but is also an advocate for safety and for women. And she does it all with a terrific mixture of passion and humor. I'm speaking about Dr. Jennifer McCullen, who is a true champion of healthcare in Manatee County. On top of being a wife, a mother, and running a very busy practice, Dr. McCullen dedicates countless hours to our community. Over the years, she has volunteered her time as chief of the OB department at Lakewood Ranch Medical Center and currently serves as chair of the Patient Safety Council. She has served in leadership roles with Manatee County Medical Society and the Florida Medical Association. But her passion really shines through her work with We Care Manatee, which connects eligible, uninsured patients with volunteer physicians willing to treat them. Dr. McCullen does not stop at treating the patient herself. She actively recruits over doctors to the cause. She served as president of We Care Manatee in 2003 and in 2004, became chairman of the board in 2006, and is still serving as co-chairman today. Dr. McCullen's zeal for the care of every patient, her commitment to advocacy, and her skill as a surgeon and physician all come through in a cool and calm style that makes her approachable. She is truly an asset to the health of our community here in Manatee County. Congratulations, Dr. McCullen, on this well-deserved honor.
Thank you. Thank you, Chamber, for having me and voting for me. And thank you for Lakewood Ranch Medical Center for nominating me. I didn't really know that I would be nominated. But, and I also wanted to thank Victoria at We Care for all of the hard work that she does. And my family, without them, I certainly couldn't do this. And I know it's been said many times, but we're always out of the house, and they have supported me throughout everything, and I thank everybody. Thank you.
All right, our next category is the Individual of Merit category. Through this award, we strive to honor an individual who may or may not be a healthcare professional, whose service as a board member, philanthropist, elected official, community leader, or volunteer goes beyond his or her day job to improve and support healthcare in Manatee County. This category really highlights the outstanding service and leadership of people in our community and significantly improve the health of Manatee County through leadership and advocacy. Please help me in honoring County Commissioner and Nurse Carol Whitmore, our 2017 Champions of Healthcare Award winner. And popular too, I might add. Sorry, I lost my pace. Let's hear from Marge Mitchell about how Carol has given so much to our community in this video.
Many of us know Carol Whitmore. She's an accomplished professional nurse, has a wonderful husband and family, is a community leader, and has earned the respect of many through her services as a county commissioner. But she has overcome many obstacles in her success. Born to a teenage mother, she went to live with her father at a very young age. She was totally on her own when she reached 15 years old, but she was determined to stay in school. One day, a nurse came into her classroom, and Carol decided right then and there that she would someday become a nurse too. She set a goal, and nothing stopped her. First, she achieved CNA and then LPN. She also earned a scholarship and graduated with her RN. She was then hired at Manatee Memorial, where she was trained by the very same nurse who visited her classroom years earlier. Carol learned everything she could from this strong woman supervisor and went on to become one of the most dedicated and respected healthcare professionals in our community. And I should know, I was that nurse that Carol met in high school. I am so proud to have played a part in influencing and training her. What many people do not know is that Carol insisted on repaying her scholarship so that another student would benefit. You also may not know about the night she would stay after her shift to hold the hand of a dying patient, on the many times she paid for prescriptions or food or bus pass for someone she barely knew. Carol's service to Manatee County went far beyond her career as a nurse. She helped found the AIDS Council and went on to chair the board. She worked tirelessly with Meals on Wheels and the One Stop Center where she and her husband volunteer. Today, as an elected official, Carol uses her knowledge, education, and position to push for improvement for health care for all. She's particularly focused on helping those who could fall through the cracks. Carol, I am so proud of your long and distinguished career. It was an honor to nominate you for this award. You are a champion of health care in Manatee County.
Didn't expect that one. And Margie's back there. Actually, in high school, she came in a white uniform with a hat on and had all of us kids wash our hands, and then she put a wand under our hand and said, see if you really did a good job, and none of us did. And I decided that day I was going to be a nurse. And then years later, when I was a nurse at Manatee Hospital, the county was selling it. I sat in the audience and another hero came about, and it was Pat Glass. She sat there, and I went to many meetings, and then they finally sold the hospital, and I said, I want to be just like her. So I have a dual profession. I'm a nurse, and I have never stopped, and I'm an elected official, where I think that's wonderful because I'm caring for the sick, and yet I have the power in my position to help in this community, and I feel that's my mission in life. And in our job, we don't get these kind of recognitions, and so it's really overwhelming. But to see Margie Mitchell here in 1973, she was in my high school class. So thank you very much. I'm honored, and healthcare is my #1, and politics helps me help you. So thank you.
She's a bit taller than I am. Our next category is the Community Impact category. I'd like to ask Jamie Rear, Digital and Strategic Sales Manager of Bradenton Herald, to please join us on stage to present this award. As Jamie makes her way up, I'd like to once again call your attention to the tremendous support we received from our sponsors. We could not deliver this awards program without their support. Please be sure to review the list of sponsors on page 8 and 9 in your program and take time to thank these organizations for their investment. I'd also like to take this time to thank all those that have served our country or those that have family and loved ones that are serving our country. Memorial Day weekend coming up. My kids go to Sarasota Military Academy, and they're going to be marching in the parade. And as a Marine, I just couldn't be thrilled that there's people that are willing to do that for us on our behalf. And with that, I give you Jamie.
Good morning. On behalf of the Bradenton Herald, we are so honored to be a part of the Champions of Healthcare Awards. In addition to the coverage that MATV will give this awards program and all of the nominees, finalists, and winners, the Bradenton Herald will dedicate coverage in tomorrow's newspaper to the awards. I have the honor of introducing you to the winner of the Community Impact category. This award was determined by the Chamber's Healthcare Committee after a lengthy discussion about issues impacting local businesses in our community. In particular, the committee has been discussing the need for more behavioral health resources, as well as the breaking down of barriers and stigmas associated with behavioral and mental health challenges. The opioid crisis has brought this discussion into sharp focus, with people across every segment of our community wanting to find ways to combat addiction and save lives. Please help me in honoring Congressman Vern Buchanan, our 2017 Champions of Healthcare Community Impact Award winner. Let's hear from Melissa Larkin Skinner from Centerstone about the ways Congressman Buchanan has become a true champion of behavioral health for our local community and the entire country.
Congressman Vern Buchanan has been tireless in his efforts to bring resources to our community for behavioral health care. As a leader at the national level, our congressman has been a critical ally to our local medical community. He has hosted multiple town hall and roundtable discussions regarding mental health and the opioid epidemic. He has taken the lead on rallying bipartisan support for taking action to address the opioid epidemic, including urging federal agencies and Governor Scott to commit adequate resources to our community in response to the opioid epidemic. A quote from the congressman himself sums up his efforts. "I am committed to pushing for additional resources here in Southwest Florida to address this public health emergency." He even chaired a subcommittee hearing focused on how best to protect kids whose parents are struggling with the disease of addiction. Congressman Buchanan has co-sponsored the Helping Families in Crisis Act, the Comprehensive Addiction and Recovery Act, and the STOP Act. He also supported the 21st Century Cures Act, which will bring $27 million to Florida for substance use treatment, $1 million of which is expected to come to Manatee and Sarasota counties. This law is considered the most sweeping reform of the nation's mental health system in more than half a century. Thank you, Congressman Buchanan, for being a behavioral health care champion and making a huge impact on our community.
Unfortunately, Congressman Buchanan could not be with us today due to his legislative schedule in Washington, D.C. Accepting on his behalf is Sally Deal.
Good morning, and thank you. And unfortunately, the congressman had votes today in Washington, so he's unable to be here. It is an honor for me to be here on his behalf. We would like to thank the Manatee Chamber of Commerce for this award and for all they do to help grow the economy and improve our quality of life here in Manatee County. I know he also wants to congratulate all of the nominees today, as well as the winners. He is humbled to be among you. He welcomes your input on healthcare and other federal issues, and we look forward to continuing to work with you to increase access to affordable healthcare in our community. Thank you.
She's a bit shorter than I am. No, I'm kidding. To present our next award, I asked Lynn Ryan with Florida Blue to join me on stage. Lynn, thank you to Florida Blue for its leadership level of sponsorship for the Champion of Healthcare Awards. I also thank Dave Pizzo, Market President for the West Coast of Florida, who has come down from Tampa for our program this morning. Lynn?
Good morning. I'm Lynn Ryan, director of our local Florida Blue Center. It is an honor for Florida Blue to be involved with the Manatee Chamber Champions of Healthcare Awards since its inception. This is also our center's 5th year serving the Sarasota and Manatee communities. As a not-for-profit, our mission is to help people and communities achieve better health. We do that through not only providing quality health insurance, but offering wellness programs at the center that are free and open to the public. Some examples are exercise classes that we have, like yoga and Tai Chi, stress management, and diabetes prevention. With this commitment to our community, we do understand that youth are our future, and our involvement and interest in them helps to shape our leaders of tomorrow. So it is especially rewarding to sponsor the Youth Volunteer Award and Scholarship. The award format called for us to announce the winner of the Youth Volunteer Award when we announced finalists in 7 other categories. So you all know that Callan McDonald, a student at Southeast High School, is our 2017 Champions of Healthcare Youth Volunteer Award winner. Please help me in congratulating Callan. And I spoke with him this morning, and I'm going to tell you right now he's a junior, and then let me tell you what he's accomplished. His volunteer work with Tidewell Hospice ensures that patients are satisfied with the care they receive. Callan volunteers every week with the Ellington Hospice House and touches patients, their families, and Tidewell staff. This past year alone, he volunteered over 70 hours. Callan has also created a fundraising program to assist a small village in Guatemala so that they can receive water filters and ensure a consistent potable water supply. He established a Spanish club at Southeast High so that local students can more easily reach out to students in the village to connect. While carrying a full international baccalaureate course load through high school, Callan has accrued almost 200 service hours. He established a tutoring program at Samoset Elementary School and is part of Key Club and National Honor Society. Before we bring Callan up to the stage, let's watch this video with Claudia Sunleitner, one of Callan's teachers from Southeast High School.
Callan McDonald is a junior in the IB program at Southeast High School. Throughout his high school career, he has accrued almost 200 service hours and continues to dedicate his time to the local community. He has had a large impact through leadership and mentoring services and in aiding patient care. This year, Callan founded a Spanish club at Southeast. Through this club, he established a tutoring program with Samoset Elementary, a local Title I elementary school. This program connects students at Southeast with struggling students at Samoset. Callan strives to not only help students academically, but to form a mentor relationship with them to encourage them to succeed. Additionally, Callan volunteers with the Tidewell Hospice, where he ensures that patients are satisfied with the care they receive. Every week, he volunteers at the Ellington Hospice House as a host, working with nurses, patients, and the families of patients. In the past year, he has earned almost 70 hours volunteering at the hospice house and intends to continue his work as long as he can. Although not a local effort, Callan has also made tremendous strides in assisting the village of Chiquique in Guatemala. He is currently hosting a fundraiser to provide water filters for the village and established a pen pal system linking students at Southeast to those in Chiquique. While these are some of his notable contributions, Callan does much more to contribute to the health of the local community. He is part of his school's Key Club and National Honor Society, and through these organizations has participated in events like the Centerstone Walk for Life and the Relay for Life of North River. This fall, he attended the National Youth Leadership Initiative Summit in Ellington. He and a group of his peers took the information provided at the conference and established a local NYLI group at Southeast that is dedicated to improving the mental health of students. Callan is a dedicated student who manages to balance his studies with numerous impactful contributions to his local and global community. Congratulations, Callan. We are so excited to see what your future holds.
And also to help Callan achieve his future goals, he will receive a $1,000 scholarship check in addition to his award. So.
Firstly, I'd like to say thank you to the Manatee Chamber of Commerce for giving me this award. I'm honored beyond that which words can express to receive it. I couldn't imagine I would have actually won this award. I thought my contribution was far too small, but this experience has really shown me the value of volunteering, regardless of what you do or the number of hours you contribute. The importance lies in donating your time for the greater good. I'd also like to thank my mother, Haley Rio, for her support throughout my entire life. It was she who initially encouraged me to volunteer at Tidewell Hospice. I also want to thank the staff at Tidewell, especially my volunteer coordinator, Jeanette Richmond, and the staff at the Ellington Hospice House. They do all the truly amazing and impactful work. I've only been a part of healthcare in Manatee County for a few years, but I can already see the outstanding impact of your work. I would like to thank all of you, finally, for allowing me to grow up in this county where healthcare and quality of life are so highly valued. It is your incredible work which allows for me to play the small part that I do in improving healthcare.
Wow, that was almost emotional. my hat's off to you and your family. The common theme that I'm feeling here this morning is a lot of humility, and that was an awesome experience. Okay, and now we have come to our final award this morning. I'd like to call Gerhard Toth, Vice President of Region Bank, to the stage. Regions Bank stepped forward at the very beginning of our planning 5 years ago to support the Champions of Healthcare Awards as our presenting sponsor and committed again this year to our top-level sponsorship. Gerhard, thank you to Regions for your outstanding support and for making Champions of Healthcare Awards such a success.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Wow, I'll second Steve's words, Callan. I need to have a conversation with my kids. I think. Oof. And Jackie, next year, I have to go before the students. I mean, every year they just keep better and better. Thank you. On behalf of Regions Bank, I am very pleased to be here this morning for these prestigious awards. The Manatee Chamber's Champions of Healthcare Awards are helping raise the level of awareness of the amazingly positive achievements happening in Manatee County's healthcare community. I applaud all of the nominees, finalists, and winners. I know it was a very difficult task for this year's judges because we have so many people and organizations dedicated to the health and well-being of our community. Regions Bank is a strong advocate of Manatee County's healthcare community. For many years, we have been a proud supporter of local healthcare societies, organizations, and educational programs. We're also very proud of the relationships that we have forged with our local healthcare professionals. At Regions Bank, we look forward to many more years of partnership with Manatee County's healthcare community. This morning, I have the privilege of presenting the Champions of Healthcare Lifetime Achievement Award to Mary Ruiz. Mary had a long, distinguished career as a healthcare administrator and CEO who made a tremendous impact on thousands of patients and their families over an impressive medical career in behavioral health. Now more than ever, the importance of behavioral health professionals and advocates is top of mind in Manatee County and across our great nation. She has been a leader in her profession and our community for more than 25 years. She helped to grow Manatee Glens and Glen Oaks Hospital from a small community mental health organization into one of the largest employers in the county. Before her retirement, Manatee Glens merged with Centerstone and today serves over 16,000 community members and their family. Never one too shy away from a challenge, Mary worked tirelessly to break down stigmas, to get people talking about mental health and addiction. She was dedicated to erasing the unfair and unnecessary shame families and patients suffered through when a loved one faced a disease of addiction or mental illness. Mary was no stranger to the offices of our elected officials as she advocated on the issues important to behavioral health. She dedicated her career to ensuring local families have resources. Before we bring Mary on stage to accept this award, let's hear from Melissa Larkin-Skinner and Timothy Knowles, who will share a little more about the tremendous service Mary has given to our community.
For more than 25 years, Mary Ruiz has been our community's voice and face of behavioral health. Mary dedicated her professional career to ensuring families in crisis have a place to turn for help, growing Manatee Glens, now Centerstone, into one of the largest employers in Manatee County. Centerstone is now serving 16,000 people and their families every year. Day after day, Mary worked tirelessly to break down the stigma associated with mental health and addictions. She has brought hope and help to those who need it most. Those who know Mary know that she is a dedicated, respected advocate who has been a passionate leader in our community. Thank you, Mary, for being our behavioral health champion.
I have had the pleasure to work with Mary in many capacities over the last 30 years, dating back to her first position with Manatee County prior to her career with Centerstone, formerly Manatee Glens. Her achievements in guiding Centerstone to be a premier behavioral health and substance abuse provider in the area is tangible evidence of her dedication to helping those in need. However, I believe her most lasting contribution to our community's capacity to provide these services is the legacy of behavioral health, substance abuse, and other professionals whom she has mentored over the year. Our entire community is grateful to Mary for her development of so many professionals who are prepared to carry her legacy forward into the future. Thank you, Mary, for being our behavioral health champion, and congratulations on this Lifetime Achievement Award.
Please help me in welcoming Mary Ruiz to the stage to accept the Champions of Healthcare Achievement Award.
Wow. My deepest thanks to the Chamber and the staff and the sponsors and the people who nominated me, Melissa Larkin Skinner and Tim Knowles, and to those who selected me. I'm full of gratitude for receiving this Champions of Healthcare Lifetime Achievement Award before an audience filled with healthcare champions. It's hard work, isn't it? We're very fortunate to do this hard work in Manatee County because our chamber promotes business through good health care. Our elected officials understand behavioral health is an important part of health and quality of life. And you and our community pull together to get things done. Our problems are not small, but we should not get discouraged. Medical science is on our side. As Dr. Bensi, our healthcare department director, will tell you, the #1 indicator of a person's health status is zip code. Zip code, where we live. We live in Manatee County, where collaboration is our strength. We work together to get things done. Over a lifetime, it's impressive for me to look back and see how much we have accomplished together. I want to thank you also for your moral support over the years that you've always offered to me personally. And I want to give special thanks to my husband of 40 years, Dennis Wilkeson. I want to thank you, Denny, for your unfailing belief in me and my work, because he has been married to Centerstone. Thanks again to you all for making this possible, and I am most proud of the accomplishment of the opportunity of having to be able to work with you. Thank you very much.
Well, what do you think? Was our 5th annual awards program another huge success or what? You know, I meant to say it at the beginning, but you know, it's nice to have the ability to talk to everybody. And I'd just like to say to so many in the audience today that on behalf of my family, I'm so grateful for all that's available within our community. You know, growing up here in Bradenton, there's probably not a service from Centerstone to Manatee Memorial, et cetera, that my family hasn't had to utilize over the years. And I'm just very grateful for such kind people that are helping our loved ones. I know I'm leaving here this morning humbled by the knowledge that we live in a community where people, businesses, and institutions work tirelessly for the good of all. Manatee County is a place where so many dedicated their careers to taking care of those in need. It is a place where people are empowered to make a difference in healthcare. Is there anything more important to our quality of life than our own health and that of the family and neighbors? Thank you once again to our sponsors. I hope you all take time to patronize their businesses and let them know you appreciate their generosity in supporting the Manatee Chamber of Commerce and the Champions of Healthcare Awards. And for all of our nominees and finalists, we have a beautiful certificate for you to take with this morning to display proudly for all of your efforts to improve the healthcare in our community. I ask that all of our finalists and award winners please come to the stage immediately after we adjourn for several group photos. That's all finalists and all winners. Please make your way to the stage. A huge thank you to our chamber staff and healthcare committee for their work in putting together a spectacular event. Finally, thank you for attending this morning. We appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you at next year's Chamber of Healthcare Awards. And last but not least, it just so happens that we're actually having a member drive for the Chamber of Commerce. If anybody here isn't a part of this wonderful organization, you'd like to know more information about it, you have the staff on your way out. Myself as a board member and several others in the room would be more than happy to help answer any questions you want or to help you get an application to sign up. And with that, we're adjourned.